Hi, welcome. After what happened to Sulli, YouTube started recommending me all of FX's old music videos. And morning looks different for everybody. And for me, I just wanted to look at the good parts of FX and, of course, some of the bad parts because I think it's important too. But most importantly, I wanted to share with you guys why I think FX was such a revolutionary group. Because I really don't think they got enough credit for that. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about my favorite FX songs and music videos, and we're going to talk about what people thought of them, what I thought of them. And we're going to have a little fun throwback, or if you didn't know FX, this might give you a little bit more insight onto who they were and what they went through. FYI, I'm not a research channel, I'm not a journalist. Everything I say in my videos comes directly from my second gen heart. And I think a lot of you guys appreciate my channel because of that perspective. So let's do that. Actually, I'm going to stop you right there to remind you to subscribe to this channel and click that bell to be notified. I just wanted to take a minute to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart because I uploaded a video yesterday about the hate that I was receiving, and I was fully expecting backlash. I was expecting people to tell me that I deserved it and like, what do I expect? But the response has been so incredibly positive. I've been receiving so many loving comments. I have people sending me so many lovely DMs. So just honestly, thank you from the bottom of my heart. It means the absolute world to me. Okay, let's start with their debut, Lachata. I personally think, and you can argue about this in the comments below, that FX really brought forth this teen crush concept. So to me, teen crush is kind of this cute concept that has these edgier aspects to it. And I personally think that Twice's debut is a teen crush concept. I know a lot of people think it's girl crush, but to me, it's still very cute, but just with like a slight tint of edge. And we do see some similarities with FX's debut and Twice's debut. And we also see some similarities with ITZY. Now, I have a theory about SM and JYP, but I don't want to expose them this early in the video. The first revolutionary aspect about FX was that they brought forth, like I said, this new teen crush concept. It was quite new at the time. We had groups like Girls' Generation who had this kind of cute concept or sometimes switched to a more sexy concept. We had groups like 21 who were more on the hip hop side of things, kind of still girl crushy. But then we had this mixture of a girl crush concept and a cute concept. And it was different at the time. And another revolutionary thing about FX was Amber. She was not only not Korean, which was different at the time. Again, a lot of you guys might be used to seeing foreigners in K-pop. This was not very common in K-pop at the time. In fact, SM was probably the first company, I think, to have debuted a non-Korean K-pop star. And I think that was with Super Junior. I could be wrong though. But anyways, she wasn't Korean and she was very androgynous. This was a huge inspiration for a lot of us who just feel that we don't want to follow gender norms or we don't like kind of fit in with what's, typically expected from society. And she got so much hate for that. In fact, there's a video that she made not even that long ago of her addressing the comments of people asking her where her chest is. And she got a lot of hate for that. And in fact, a lot of them received so much hate during their careers. Krystal, who was Jessica's sister from Girls' Generation, received a lot of hate because she had a resting bitch face. I don't think it's fair to justify someone's resting bitch face because people are allowed to have facial expressions, and if you don't feel like smiling, then don't. We have so many expectations for women in K-pop, and notably about them being nice all the time, them smiling all the time, them being just these perfect people when we don't expect the same from male idols. And I have a video coming out about that. Then we have Luna. Now Luna, this really touched my heart because she was made fun of a lot for her legs. She had very muscular legs. I thought her legs were beautiful. It broke my heart when I saw the backlash she would get about her legs. And I have a specific memory of her being on a variety show and they showed a close-up of her legs. And when I went to try and find that video again, instead I found a video of her teaching people how to turn their muscular legs into quote-unquote straight legs. If you think for 1 second that hate comments don't affect people, they do. They absolutely do. As for Sulli, well, I mean, in recent times, she was very outspoken and she advocated for people to have autonomy over their own bodies. I was more of a fan of FX in the second gen, so admittedly, I didn't really follow what Sulli was doing or what each of the members were really doing in their day-to-day lives more recently. So I'll leave some links down below of people who could definitely explain the situation so much better than I can. But what I will say is that if someone doesn't want to wear a bra, it's actually none of your business. The last member we're going to talk about is Victoria. Now, I don't think she really got that much backlash. The only thing I really remember of her was that she wasn't Korean and she was very flexible. Wow, that was a lot to unpack for only the first song. The next thing I want to talk about is Chu. So first of all, we need to talk about this music video because, I mean, this wasn't what I was originally wanting to expose SM for, but I guess, here we are. All SM music videos are the same. Don't at me. I swear I've seen this backdrop in SHINee's Hello, and I've seen this backdrop in Unique's Max Step. Unique is the original SuperM that a lot of us have forgotten about. And they just use a lot of the same backdrops, very little storylines, and not that there's anything wrong with it, it's just something I'm pointing out. Speaking of SHINee though, because they debuted at around the same time, there were so many SHINee FX interactions. So let's reminisce about some of them. They had this one stage where I think they sang 3 songs. The first one being Rocketeer, and the second one being My First Kiss, which by the way, 12-year-old Koreaboo me was not impressed with this. Taemin was my bias, it was an issue. Another iconic thing I want to mention is Jessica and Krystal's cover of TikTok. Before I leave, brush my teeth with the bottle of Jack. When people say that second gen was the golden generation of K-pop, it's because you don't see this anymore. BTS and BLACKPINK would have collabed in the second gen. Do you know what I mean? The next song I want to talk about is New EBO. This was definitely steering away from the teen crush era and moving towards a more sophisticated girl crush era. And there's just a lot of iconicness in the songs. I tried to make that pair of pants. It didn't work. That hairstyle was very iconic, very new, very edgy, very different for K-pop. They also lifted their shirts in this music video, and I don't think they got banned by KBS, which was probably a first ever. If you didn't know, KBS just bans anything that is too sexually suggestive, and anything relating to women and showing body parts or moving their hips was too sexually suggestive for KBS. Again, I have a video coming out about this. Stop spoiling it. This year was a very edgy year for SM because SHINee even came out with Lucifer, where they shaved the side of Key's head, which was a whole thing. This song was also iconic because it said "Na otakio ani," and me being the annoying Koreaboo I was, while having a friend that was 23 days older than me, consistently sang this to her every single day. Yes, I came out of the womb annoying and obnoxious. Hot Summer was definitely a bop, but I want to move on to Electric Shock, which was so iconic. The thing is, these days when you look at K-pop styling, it's a lot safer and they have a lot less accessories, and I have to say the accessories are a lot less obnoxious. I started this channel with K-pop DIYs, and I remember making these dinosaur earrings that Krystal had, and I'm going to insert a clip. But this song is truly a reminder of my annoyingly obnoxious nature because I tried to learn this dance with a few of my friends. And I wanted Krystal's part. I also wanted Amber's part, and I also wanted Sulli's part. And I also wanted Victoria's part. I just wanted to be in the middle constantly. I felt I deserved the limelight, and that didn't go over well with my friends, and some friendships were strained from then on. So this is unfortunately where the video ends. Because in 2012, the boy group that would come to ruin my life debuted, and my Koreaboo ass's loyalty knew no bounds. That's not true. I still stand other groups, but my attention was mainly focused on BAP. I just wanted to reminisce on the good times because, second gen K-pop was so beautiful. And I don't mean to shit on third gen or fourth gen. I don't consider fourth gen a thing. There's too many gens, it's confusing. You know, when something is mixed with nostalgia, obviously it's better to you. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe and click that bell to be notified, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!